Welcome into this week's edition of 3 Point Stance, brought to you by Mountain Dew. Jessica Benson in for Megan Triplett, along with John Roser. What a weekend it was. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just, peace. Hello, everybody. I hope you had a good weekend. It was actually a really awesome weekend. I mean, you had NBA Finals, you had the Stanley Cup Finals.
Sure did. 7-0, go Avs.
Yeah, and to me, the highlight was the U.S. Open.
But we're going to get to that.
We will.
But let's start with the NBA Finals, which we didn't get a Game 7 on Father's Day because the Warriors took care of business Thursday night, winning Game 6. They won 3 straight against the Boston Celtics to win their 4th title in the last 8 years. What a run for the Golden State Warriors. And Steph Curry finally gets that Finals MVP.
Yeah, which I think he needed. Like, I know some people, the Finals MVP doesn't matter to them, but when you start talking about the top 10 players of all time, I said this on the Chris Vernon show, I think, like, when you look at the guys who are regarded as the 10 best players in NBA history, like when Russell was winning his, they didn't have a Finals MVP, but Russell would have obviously won multiple Finals MVPs, but he was playing in the 50s and like 60s. But Jordan, obviously, we know his resume. LeBron's got him. Magic's got him. Larry Bird's got him. Wilt Chamberlain's got one. Tim Duncan's got him. Shaq has him. Kobe has him. When you start going through the list, the top 10 players of all time, the only one that would sometimes be on the top 10 list that didn't have one was Oscar Robertson. Kareem obviously has Finals MVPs too. So I think that does matter. And as someone who is a KD guy, loves KD, Curry has passed KD. There's no doubt about it. If you want to put Curry in the top 10 players of all time, I absolutely have no problem with it. For the Celtics, look, I mean, I think Jason Tatum, mentally, physically was exhausted. I think one of the things you got to remember with him, of guys who played 70 games in the NBA in the regular season, there's only one player who averaged more minutes per game, and it was DeMar DeRozan. So then you top that on to Tatum at 24 years old playing almost 1,000 playoff minutes. There's only one player at 24 years old who's played more playoff minutes, and it was Tayshaun Prince for the Pistons. And Tayshaun Prince did not have to shoulder the load of responsibility that Jason Tatum did. The other thing that doesn't get brought up, Jason Tatum also, I think they said in these playoffs or whatever, maybe throughout the whole season, ran 10 more miles, according to Second Spectrum, than Steph Curry did. The other thing that doesn't get brought up, he didn't have an off season. He played in the Olympics too. So I think Tatum has had a lot of basketball on him, and he's only 24 years old. He's going to be fine. He's going to keep getting better. Boston's going to be fine, but for the Warriors, it's low. What can you say? What up, Devin Walker?
Devin Walker making an appearance on 3 Point Stance. What can you say? I mean, truly, it was just watching those celebrations. Like, this one just felt like it meant more for the Warriors.
It did. It clearly did. You could see it. It did.
Emotions. I mean, Steph's in tears. Everyone's in tears. He's bringing everyone along with him and in his Finals MVP acceptance and whatnot. And it just felt like the family unit, the dynamic of the Warriors. And then on top of it, you get they're so proud of themselves. And then you know how the Warriors are going to be. They're also peak petty. So it's petty season for the Warriors. They've got their parade coming up, everything that they represent. And they bring the Grizzlies in for all the fun. Thank you to Klay Thompson for giving a little subtweet, not even a subtweet, calling out Jaren Jackson Jr. for being a bum for his strength in numbers tweet from earlier in the season. My take on that all is that if you're getting brought up in a post-championship win press conference, you're doing something right. So keep at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I look, I am also one of these. It's probably just an age thing. I'm not a fan of how much trash we talk. I'm not, especially for a team that we haven't accomplished anything, but it's just the generation. It's just part of it for how these guys grew up playing ball and part of the social media era. It's just part of it, and it's how it is for them. So I don't take anything away from them. It's all in the game to them. So look, the Grizzlies are coming. The Grizzlies are going to keep getting better, and I think it just makes for a fun little rivalry heading into next season. Clearly, both of these fan bases hate each other. And the teams clearly love talking trash to each other, whether it was John, Steph going back and forth through games 1 and game 2. Obviously, the Jaren Clay thing, the Jordan Poole, the Gary Payton, Dylan Brooks thing. A lot of drama between these two teams. Hey, with Kyrie probably leaving Brooklyn, what if the Grizzlies got Kevin Durant? Wouldn't that just add some spice onto the Grizzlies Warriors?
It sure would. Sounds like a great plot for a Christmas Day game. We'll see if we ever get that between the Grizzlies.
We'll get one. I think we'll have one this year.
Well. Fingers crossed. It would be really fun. But before we ever get to next Christmas, it's June. The NBA season is behind us. It is draft week. NBA draft is this Thursday. What are you most looking forward to when it comes to the NBA draft?
Well, obviously seeing what the Grizzlies do, because I don't think they're going to sit there at 22 and 29. I do think they're going to try to package those and move up. I do believe that, or maybe they'll deal 22 for a player. I don't see them going in with two rookies right here. Now, I could see them keeping 29 because they do value that spot in the draft. They traded up and got Desmond Bane with the 30th pick. They traded up and got Santi Aldama with the 30th pick because they view that 29-30 area. You view that if you can get a guy who can play for you in that 26 to 30 area in the first round and they can play, you get them for 4 years and you get them on a low contract for 4 years. Like Desmond Bane makes like 1.2 million a year or whatever it is. And he freaking is like almost an all-star. And he's one of the best shooters in the league. So I wouldn't shock me to see them keep that 29 pick because you clearly there's been some stuff you've seen where they value that 29 spot. Now, could they package 22 and something else and move up? That could happen too. Could they package 22 and 29 and move up? That can also happen if there's somebody that they really value. They have shown they went up and got Zaire Williams. They moved up and got Brandon Clark. Like I said, they moved up and got Bane. They moved up and got Aldama. They traded up and got Xavier Tillman. So when they identify someone they want, they will go. So that's what I wanted. That's what's most interesting, obviously, to me, because the Grizzlies have shown they will go get who they want. And that's what they've done under Zach Kleiman, and they've got 2 first-round picks to work with.
We will see how that all plays out. Something that you and I both watched over the weekend, and I am bummed that you didn't pick the Colorado Avalanche winning a game 7-0 to be our third topic, but it's okay. We'll take the very wildly entertaining.
I love Nathan McKinnon. I love him.
It's just a great team. I mean, they're America's team. They sing all the small things every single game.
I know. How pumped are you? I don't even know how old you are. How pumped are you for the 30 for 30 on the Red Wings Avalanche rivalry? That is going to be so. I remember those games. All those are so.
That's what made me a massive hockey fan as a kid. I wanted to be a professional hocky player for like a small blip in time. I played a lot of street hockey. This is a tangent for another day.
Never getting in a fight with you.
No, I'll knock your teeth out. You should know that. But
the level of aggression with hockey players that normal people don't have.
It's true.
All right, U.S. Open.
U.S. Open. Matt.
So okay, I'm gonna pat myself. I'm gonna pat myself on the back here. No. I gotta pat myself on the back. I gave out 3 picks on the odds couple.
Okay.
I said, okay, Will Zalatoris.
Okay.
I said, look at what he does in majors. If you go look at this, is what he does. He either misses the cut or he finishes top 10. So if you think Will Zalatoris is going to make the cut, which he likely is, I said, bet him to finish top 10. Bam. Money in your pocket if you did it. Another one. I said Xander Schauffele. Xander Schauffele finishes top 10 at the U.S. Open like every year. Now, he did not. I said, but I did say, look, you can get him top 20 at minus 125. Bam. Top 20 for Xander Schauffele. The one I gave, I said, if you want to look at top 40, a guy you can get for plus money to finish top 40 at the U.S. Open. He is a past U.S. Open winner, and you can get him at plus money, Gary Woodland, who I think finished tied for 10th or something like that. So if you would have listened to me, you would have been good. I should have taken Fitzpatrick. I should have had him in my weekend fantasy lineup. I should have, because I knew the background with him, and he's played really well this year. That guy showed some stones. That
shot out of the sand on 18
was because he was in, as Chris Vernon and I were texting during it, prison. Like that looked. You know what? That's the shot. Okay, that's a shot I will remember. I will remember that shot out of that bunker on 18, and it reminds me of the shot because the last big golf shot I remember was when Morikawa won the PGA Championship, and that shot he hit on 17. Remember, he put it within like 4 feet or whatever. Like that really kind of put it away for him to win the PGA Championship. That's what I will remember. But shout out to Matthew Fitzpatrick. God, we're out of time.
Last time he played the country club was a U.S. amateur. Now he wins the U.S. Open. All right, that is 3 Point Stance brought to you by Mountain Dew.